guys, welcome back to my channel, Daisy Knits by Kay. I'm Karen, and today I'll be showing you how to make this cute bucket hat. It only takes about an hour or so to make. It's super simple and super cozy for the colder months. Alright, let's get started. For this pattern, you'll need a super bulky 6 yarn. I'm using Bernat Blanket by Yarn Inspirations. You'll also need a 9mm crochet hook, a measuring tape, scissors, and a stitch marker. Alright, let's get started. To start off, we're going to create a magic circle. The way I do this is grab the yarn and make a circle with the help of my fingers, and then cross this end to the other side, forming like an X. Then I'll go ahead and insert my hook underneath the first loop that I created and on top of the other loop I created, and I'll just pull it out like this. Chain 1. Now this does not count as your first stitch. And from here on out, we're going to create 8 half double crochets into this space here. Now to make a half double crochet, you will yarn over, insert your hook inside the circle, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up through all 3 loops. Try that again. Yarn over, insert through the circle, yarn over, and pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. There we have 2. Remember that the first chain 1 doesn't count. Okay, now you'll continue along the circle, weaving in your end here until you reach 8. Now to close this magic circle, all I do is pull on this end here, pull lightly, and it just closes right up. To join in the circle, we're going to continue to half double crochet, just jumping into the second round. We're going to half double crochet in the back 2 loops. This would be the normal stitch that you'd go into. We are going to half double crochet into the back 2 loops. We're going to place a stitch marker into our first stitch so that we know where we started our row. And then this will be an increase round where we will be placing 2 half double crochets in each and every stitch. We should have 16 half double crochets when you reach the stitch marker. And so now we're at the end. I've reached my stitch marker. By crocheting in the 2 back loops, we've created this really pretty layout here. For round 3, we will do 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, and repeat that pattern all around. I will start with 1 half double crochet, and we're going to repeat that back loop pattern. So instead of doing it here, we're going to do it here in the back. We did 1 half double crochet. Now we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the next one. Make sure we use our stitch marker. There we go. Marks our start. Continue this row by making 1 half double crochet in your first stitch, followed by 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and repeat this all around until you reach your stitch marker. I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, there we've reached round 3. For the next round, we will alternate our increases. So we have to do 2 half double crochets in the next 2 stitches, and then an increase, and then 2, and then an increase. But our circle will start to form a hexagon shape if we do the increases in the same spot we did the increase in the row before. Do 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then my next increase will fall on a single stitch. This way you'll avoid to create that hexagon shape that your circles can get when you follow the same pattern after every row. So we're going to start with 2 half double crochets. And I'm going to mark with my stitch marker the first one, and then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet followed by another half double crochet, and then I'll start my pattern. So that's 2 half double crochets and then 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Continue this pattern until you reach the stitch marker again. Once you reach the end here, you should have about 6.5 inches on every side, more or less. So it'll only take you 3 rows. This is my initial magic circle, row 1 of increases, row 2, row 3, about 3 rows to get to this. If your tension is a little bit tighter, then you may want to do another row. But this is the measurement that we want to reach, 6.5, which is the standard diameter of an adult size head. So now for our next step, we'll do 1 single crochet all around in the back loop only to start making a curve shape. For a single crochet, we insert our hook, yarn over, pull 1 loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. We insert our hook and yarn over, we pull the loop, we yarn over, we pull through 2 loops. We will continue this all around until we reach the end here. Make sure that your tension is a little bit tighter here so that it creates that curvature that we're looking for in our hat. Once we reach the end here, you'll see how it starts forming this basket type shape. And now what we'll do is we'll start the body of the hat. We did the crown, now we're starting with the body, where we will be working half double crochets in every stitch without working in the back loop. So just straight into the whole stitch. We can go back to our regular looser tension. I'm gonna mark here with a stitch marker where I started. And now we're gonna go all around, just doing half double crochets in our loose tension. It will be an approximate of 4 to 5 rows depending on the bulkiness of your yarn. But it should reach the tops of your ears at least. Might feel a little snug, but the yarn does hold some ease, so it will definitely stretch as you wear it. I'm almost done with my first row. Once you reach the second or third row, I would go ahead and try it on and see how it feels. If it doesn't fit or if it's too tight, you might have to add another row in the crown section. But it is supposed to fit snug, so just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm gonna start my row 2, and I'm gonna leave the stitch marker there just for reference. Continue to work half double crochets all around your hat to create the body. I'll meet you once I'm finished with my 4th row. So we're back here with this basket shape hat. I've done 4 half double crochet rows after my single crochets here, as you can see where it ends and where the half double crochet rows begin. And now we're going to start the brim of the hat. Now we want the brim to be really flowy and wide. So to take that shape and to do this, we will be working an increase row. We will be stitching into the front loop only. So here's the full stitch. And I know it may be hard to tell. If you put your finger through the stitch and then you open it, you'll see 2 sides. This is the front loop. We'll be working in our half double crochets and our increases through this loop, front loop of each stitch. So let's start the pattern. For the first row, we're doing about 3, you could do 4 rows for the brim if you'd like. I'm just going to do 3. For the first row of the brim, we're going to do 1 half double crochet into the front loop. Now the way that I find it is I just use my fingers. 1 half double crochet, half double crochet in the next stitch, and then in the next stitch I'm going to do 2 half double crochets, front loop only. I'm going to put my stitch marker where the start was. So it'll be 1 half double crochet in the first 2 stitches and then an increase in the front loop only. We will repeat this all around until we reach our stitch marker. Okay, so I've reached the end of my row here. I'm back where the stitch marker is, and I finished with an increase and then 2 half double crochets. To not cut this continuation, I'm just going to start the next row, which consists of 3 half double crochets and then a repeat. But since I already have 2 half double crochets here, I'm just going to do 1 more, and then I'm going to do my repeat. And then I'm going to continue in the same way. So it'll be 1, 2, 3 half double crochets and my repeat, and you see how it doesn't fall, my increase doesn't fall on the previous increase, which is what we want as well. And you see I worked in through the front loop only in the first row, so you'll notice because the inside will have that mark all around. But for this next row, you don't have to work through any front loops or back loops, just work into the regular, just work into the whole stitch, and we'll start. So I already have 2, I'm gonna go for my 3rd, and then here I'll make my increase. I'll change my stitch marker for reference on where I started my 2nd row. And now I'll continue this pattern until I reach the end. So the pattern once again consists of 3 half double crochets. There goes 1, 2, 3, and then an increase on the 4th. Alright, continue on and I'll meet you back at the end of the row. Okay, we're back. So I finished. I'm not quite finished yet, but I have an increase here, my last increase. So I have 3 half double crochets and then my increase. And then for the next row, we have to repeat the first row. So 2 half double crochets and an increase. So since I have 2 half double crochets left here to do before my increase, I'm just gonna complete them. And I'll start row 3 with that increase. So that will make the pattern cohesive. So I'm going to put my stitch markers in the first of the 2 half double crochets. And then here I'll do my increase. So for the last row, we'll do 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches and then an increase. Continue this all around and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, so here we are at the end, and you can see how this hat already took a great shape. Looks so pretty. I love this design here. But let's finish it first. So I'm here in my last increase and I have 1 stitch left to complete. So I'm going to do the 1 half double crochet that I have left. And I'm going to leave a long tail and cut the excess. And now we have to join this in a way that you won't notice where it ends. And now with a tapestry needle, we'll run the tail through the needle, and then we will create the closure. So here's my next stitch. We insert through the back of the stitch, through both loops, but you do it, see this is the front of the work, you're going to do it, so this is the right side of your work. So you're going this way, towards you. Tapestry needle towards you, you're going to run it through, but don't make it too tight. Create a slight tension, but not super tight, because then you'll notice. Okay, and once we have that, we're going to use the tapestry needle again, and we're going to run it through the previous stitch, through both loops, and it's going to go away from us. Remember not to tighten too much. And lastly, we'll reinforce the closure by weaving in our end. And there you have it. 1 completed cozy bucket hat, for sure to keep you warm in these crazy temperatures we're having. Now you could do this with any type of bulky yarn. You could do it with scrap yarn by using multiple strands held together in the same hook size. You could do it with this fluffy yarn. This one looks sturdier because I used 2 strands instead of 1, so it looks nice and sturdy. Or you can use a faux fur yarn. Now it's a little bit harder to see your stitches, so it's not exactly beginner friendly, but it looks really great on. I do have a video on how to use fluffy yarn if you want to check that out. This also makes for a really, really nice look and feel, and it's super warm and cozy. So if you haven't tried faux fur yarn yet, I would highly suggest you to do so. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments what you thought, or if you have any suggestions for other patterns that I could make. Please give a like and subscribe if you're interested in more crochet tutorials. Let me know if you try this out and tag me in your creations. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.